Hello again, everybody. Welcome to Lions Pride. It is basketball season, and really looking forward to it as we do every year. With us is women's coach Mike Bona, who has been here. I'm, I'm not going to say, well, I will. When Naismith nailed that first peach basket to a tree,
Yeah,
you were holding the nail for
yeah,
it.
they need to be going down that road. It hadn't been that long, but it's been a good while, and it's been well worth it. This has been a joyful time. I just feel blessed that I'm still able to coach at a wonderful mission-driven institution.
You sound like TJ. I mean, you've had chances to leave here over the years,
Yep.
and you're never going to leave here, hopefully. And you got something that's been built that you're proud of.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Uh, I try to tell our young coaches when they come here, uh, when you get ready to decide on a job and maybe where you're going to go, pray about it, talk with your family about it, and go there as though that's where you want to go the rest of your life. I remember when Mark Rick left University of Georgia. I remember they had the big press conference.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that he said was when they decided to come to the University of Georgia, they had prayed, and he just prayed that when they went there, that there would not be another option for them. That's where they would be until either they didn't want him anymore or something happened that took him out of that position. And I think that's the right way to look at positions. I mean, if you feel strong enough to go there to the point where, I think I could coach here the rest of my life, it's probably a pretty good decision.
Yeah, it is. And Rick said he was let go not for not winning enough games, but not winning enough championships. And you hadn't had that problem here. You won championships.
We've won a bunch. Been blessed to win a bunch. I've been blessed to coach a lot of really, really good players. We put one in the Hall of Fame 2 weeks ago that played for us. So
Who was that?
Michelle Bryant
Okay.
played for me back in the '80s. Played here 2 years, and then left here. Made All-American here, and then she left here and went to Clemson and made All ACC when she was at Clemson. Played under Coach Jim Davis, who's retired now. In fact, he was able to come to the ceremony. So to see those kind of things happen with kids that you've had, that's a true blessing.
All right, coming off a regular season championship, a conference tournament championship, and the first round performance in the NCAA 2 division championship. So a lot of success to build on.
Yeah, and you know what? We talked about, our teams talked about this. We have a lot of meetings early in the year about our core values, our culture on our team. We really work a lot on the culture of our team. I think that is key to any success you're going to have in an organization is that you have a sound culture, and I think we have that this year with our group. But obviously, they want to try to go back and repeat some of the things they've done in the past. And you could say, well, are you going to talk about repeating? I don't think that's what we're talking about doing. I think the success we had last year just gave our kids the confidence that, hey, what we're doing are the right things. Let's keep doing those things and let's expound on them and try to improve on them. And I think that's kind of whether we're looking at the season. We have a lot of confidence in what we're doing. We have confidence in the team we have coming back. I counted the other day. We actually have 14 returning players from last year's team. We lost two or three core members of our team. But the amazing thing about that, last year in preseason, I think they picked us about sixth, something like that. None of our players were even thought about as being all conference or making all tournament or anything like that. We had three that ended up doing that. The kids we got coming back have really worked hard. We really work hard with our kids from day one when they're here about developing their skills, how you're going to blend your skills into our team concept. And the blessing of that is you see when you have turnover of players, you have players that are ready to step up and fill roles of kids that you had the year before. And I'm very confident that we have that going on now.
All right, you got to replace the girl that drove the bus last year, Lachlan Corliss. So how do you look to do that?
Well, we had two kids that actually played last year for us. Lexi Sigame, who she played so good at the point guard, we moved her to the two guard last year. She played a backup at the two guard last year. She's going to help us at the point guard, and then we have Mari coming back, that Johansson, and she's actually been here 2 years. Got some playing time last year, but we had two senior point guards.
Yeah.
She was ready to step in and play at any point, and now she's got her opportunity. She absolutely worked her tail off this summer. She's come in shape, ready to go, and in our preseason scrimmages and preseason practices, she's looked really good. So those two, it's hard to replace Lachlan. She's a really good player with a big engine.
Yeah.
But those two combined, I think, are going to be able to fill that slot for us and do what we need done at that point guard.
You said you came in good shape. You coach men too along the way.
Right.
Do women come in better shape than men sometimes?
That really depends on the kid.
Yeah.
These two, talking about Mari, I mean, she's just really hungry to play. She's been hungry for basically 2 years, and she's been patient. But she brings a lot of things to the table for us. Different kind of player than Lachlan. Lexi's kind of a different kind of player than Lachlan was, but the combination of both of them, I have a lot of trust and a lot of confidence in both of them, and there's no question in my mind that they can come in and help us. Will they replace Lachlan? Lachlan's the kind of player I don't think you replace all the time.
Yeah.
But can they come in and do what we need done at that position to help us to be successful? I have all the trust in the world in that regard.
Okay, in the post you got your two-headed monster coming back, and Brianna Locke and
Hope Forrester.
Yeah, Hope Forrester. That's got to be something brings a twinkle to your eye.
Oh, it does. Hope. Once again, she's a junior. She's become a leader on our team. She's worked on her game. Originally, when she came here, she was really just kind of a post-up player.
Mm-hmm.
But she's developed that 15, 16-foot shot, so you have to respect that with her. She's gotten in shape. She's getting up and down the floor better. We're excited about her. And then Brianna Locke, I think a lot of people are not even going to recognize her. She's lost about 35 pounds from last year. As you know, in the second half of the year, when there were critical moments for us to win close games, she was kind of the go-to person.
Yeah.
And in preseason conditioning and everything we've done, she looks like a totally different player. In the scrimmages that we've had, she's basically dominated for us, and she's capable of doing that, probably more so than any player we had last year. She's not overconfident. She's a great teammate. So those two, yeah, around the goal, those two, and with the addition of some of the others that we have, I think Jasmine Allen, a transfer that's from Jefferson, sophomore from Jefferson High School, was going to come in and help us. Asia is going to come in, that played at the 4 position.
Yeah.
Asia, at the end of the season last year, came in and gave us big minutes. She came in behind Taylor, if you remember.
Yeah.
Asia's looked really good. She looks like an experienced senior out on the floor, and she's showing that kind of leadership. I'm just really excited about our team and the core players that we have coming back. We have a lot of different elements that we can bring to the table. We can play a big team. You know, we brought in 3-6-2 girls this year. They're freshmen, but they're coming on strong. I think as the season goes on, we're going to be able to use them more and more. So we can play a big team. We can play an athletic team. There's a lot of different combinations. In scrimmages, we've tried to mix different players up at different positions. We're still trying to find the right combinations right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I think our depth, if I had to say right now about our depth, I think our depth will be better than it was last year.
Speaking of depth, two names that we have not mentioned, Maria Bendala and Emily Druslinski. They came off. Well, Bendala was a starter, but Emily came off the bench, so that's got to give you some confidence with the bench.
Yeah, we really have three players at that three position. Brooke Whitaker, who came
Yeah.
in last year at the end of the year and made some big shots for us. Once again, in the summer, I don't know what she was doing, but obviously she was getting ready because she came in great shape. And she's been starting for us at that three position in preseason scrimmages. Uh, Marina, the last couple of weeks, has really started to pick up her game. So that's going to be an interesting battle between her and Brooke, which is a good battle to have.
Yeah.
And Emily, she had the knee injury last year, the last game of the season, and we didn't have her for our last couple of games. They tell me that she's going to be able to be back playing by the second week of November.
Yeah.
So we won't have her the first couple of games, but she'll be back. And I'm going to tell you something. You talk about somebody that works hard.
Yeah.
I mean, she's in the weight room. She's doing sprints. She's doing all the physical therapy she needs, and she really, really looks good. So at that three position, when she gets back, it's going to be an interesting battle to see what happens there. And as you know, Emily came in last year, and at times probably our best defensive player.
Mm-hmm.
And then as the season went on, she got to where she was scoring the ball well for us as well.
I can still see that in my mind's eye. Right down there is where she had the injury, and I thought it was going to be, it was bad enough to keep her out the rest of the season.
Yeah, it was, but it was probably 2 weeks after that she had surgery, and she's been going through that protocol that you got to go through. We got a great Santa trainer, Sandy Campbell, has personally took her as Emily as her challenge, and she works with her every day. Sometimes I wonder how Emily comes to practice because she works her so hard going through physical therapy. But I think ultimately that's just going to help her when she comes back to play.
All right, you start the year with hosting a tournament here?
Right, we're hosting a conference challenge between us and the Peach Belt Conference. Our first game will be against North Georgia.
Oh, that's a good start.
They're going to have a really good team, and we're looking forward to that challenge. I noticed in the last poll they were ranked 15th or 16th in the country. So we're looking forward to that challenge here. And then the second game of that challenge, we'll play Young Harris on a Saturday, which will kind of get us going. And then the following week, we have a couple of non-conference games. Then as we get closer to Thanksgiving, I think we have our first conference game. I believe that's with Erskine College.
Yeah, on the 25th.
On Monday.
Speaking of North Georgia, their new facility is really nice. Because I saw it last year. Because I thought you were playing your tournament game at North Georgia. So we rode up North Georgia. Not a soul in sight. You were in Anderson.
Yep.
All right. Ask TJ this. How about strength and weaknesses of this team?
Strength of the team is experience because we have so many kids back. I mean, that's really helped us in practice. When we put stuff in or we put some things in that we've done the year before, have that many kids that can show our younger players immediately how we want things done, and they've done a good job of doing that and coaching them up. Experience is probably the strength. Weakness, the only weakness that I can think of is that we have a couple of new players that are having to step in and help us immediately. I think those kids are ready for that challenge. I trust that they can. They've showed it in practice, and I tell them every day, all I can go by as a coach is by what you do in practice every day, and the practices that we've had since October the 15th have been really, really good. So I'm excited about this team. They're excited about starting the season. And it ought to be an exciting season. Every year is kind of different. And I think that's the wonderful thing about coaching is that even though we have a core of players returning, we also have a core of new players. It's always interesting to see how that dynamic's going to play out as we go through the season. But I know one thing, if we go by what the practice sessions have been, if that's the way we're going to play, I'm really excited about how our season's going to go.
It's going to be another fun year for the Lady Lions. Got a home game here on the 8th, and a home game on the 9th. We won't be here as far as televising on the 8th. We'll be here on the 9th for, who's that, North Georgia?
North Georgia.
Or Young Harris.
We got North Georgia first game,
Yeah.
and then we have Young Harris on the second game.
Okay, and that's a 6 o'clock start here on the 9th. And which one's it? We start on the 8th. 4?
We start at 4.
Okay.
And then our next game is going to be at 6. So the games are at 2 and 4, and 4 and 6 on that Friday and Saturday. I would like to mention a little bit about our transfers. 2 of the transfers that we have that I think are going to come in and help us right away. Morgan Simmons will be coming in at the 2-guard position. She's transferring in from Wingate University.
Yeah.
She's going to be a tremendous help for us at that 2-guard slot. And then at the 4 position, Jasmine Allen, who I've already mentioned, is going to come in. And I think both of those kids are going to be tremendous assets to our program. They not only bring athleticism and they're skilled, but they're experienced players, having already played in college a couple of years.
Is that a plus for them? See where Jasmine played at Chattanooga State, and you just mentioned that Morgan played at Wingate. Did they have a leg up on this kind of caliber of competition?
Well, I think they understand college play.
Yeah.
I don't think having that kind of experience, and both of them played in good programs. Wingate's got an outstanding program. Chattanooga State's got a really, really good junior college program. Having a year or 2 of college under your belt, when you get ready to step out on the floor, if you're going into another program, is a plus. It's a plus for us. We lost some experienced players, so to have some other experienced players come in and help us at those positions, it's only going to be a plus, really help us.
Thanks for your time.
You're welcome.
And we look forward to seeing you next Saturday. Game time 6 o'clock. Hope everybody's going to be here. It's not holiday season yet, so we expect you to be in the stands. And good luck on the season. We look forward to it.
Thank you, Danny. Appreciate it.
Coach Mike Bona. We'll see you next time.